We are getting back into Ace Attorney 3 Case 5. We're coming up towards the end. We're getting close. We're getting there. And yeah, so last time we were in, I guess, like kind of the middle of the trial. I think we just got up to the recess, if I have things correct. Where are we now, then? Is this correct? Now I'm like not remembering where. Oh, we end. Oh, okay, I kind of remember. Yeah. Now then, I assume you are the real Iris. I guess we're not at the recess yet. It's coming up. Yes, I was just rescued from the Sacred Cavern. That's right. We ended it with finishing up with Dahlia. Now they took her away.
Oh yeah, I do remember.
Yep. I must say, you and your twin sister are indeed identical from what I can see. In any case, it appears that everything has finally been cleared up. Mr. Godot, what happened to Dahlia Hawthorne?
I killed her. If you ask me.
But I thought she was already dead. Oh, that's right, because Dahlia was in Maya was channeling Dahlia.
Yeah.
And then, yes, Dahlia escaped. We saw the spirit, like, come out and, like, leave or whatever.
Yeah. Looks like she went back to the hell she came.
It seems that Misty Faye wasn't the only victim of this crime. Maya Faye, as well as the young Pearl Faye, were also victims of this wicked and selfish plan. Yes, Your Honor. The tragedy of Medium Valley has finally come to an end, it seems. It would be best for everyone if no further attempt was made to channel that spirit again. She was kind of hot, though. Your Honor.
But she doesn't go to college, so you know.
No, she... I guess... Yeah, no, she would have been done by the time she got executed, so... Yes, what is it? About this whole spirit medium thing. It's almost weird how comfortable you seem to be with... It's almost weird how comfortable you seem to be with the concept now. Well, to be frank, my younger brother is quite judgmental. He often criticizes me for not studying hard enough. I made a concerted effort to study up on the brain channeling technique. Hey, isn't that the New Year's issue of Occult? I've seen quite a few things in my many years on the bench. And in all that time, I finally learned this one thing. Each case is different and takes place in its own world, if you will. In order to fully understand that world, first we have to immerse ourselves in it completely. And that's where my brother and I used to differ. Never thought of it that way. At any rate, it's time to pass judgment in the case of Iris of Hazakura Temple.
Asked with gavel, Your Honor.
What do you mean by that, Mr. Godot?
This trial, it isn't over yet. That's what he means.
What?
Right. Remember what Miss Evil Spirit said in her testimony?
Huh? Dahlia's testimony. I caught up with her in front of the stone lantern. Then I took out the dagger I got from the storeroom end. It's strange. I don't have a clear memory of what happened after that. I think I was stabbed.
Just as Dahlia Hawthorne was about to attack Maya, She was stabbed and killed. Someone.
Yes, that's right.
The person that was ultimately killed is a spirit medium, channeled Dahlia. Stonim. No. Misty Faye. But her. We still don't know who did it.
This isn't over.
Unless someone else is found guilty. The accused is still on trial. Can't let her walk until there's evidence that proves her innocence.
No way.
Isn't it?
What?
I think I remember we made this joke before. Oh, wait, isn't it innocent until proven guilty?
Yes, that's how it is. Yeah, I mean that's the bit. Yeah, that's how it is for us. That's how it is in our court system. Not in this court system.
Nope,
Uh,
you're just guilty until proven innocent.
pretty much. But this court isn't prepared for any further testimony.
Prosecution is ready to call her final witness.
Final witness.
This one will clear up the whole mystery.
What is it, Maya?
Actually, yeah, it's a good question.
Mystery of who killed Misty Faye.
Because I mean, he would have seen, who did it.
Yes. Well, in theory, but also we know that it was like pitch black during that in the courtyard. So maybe she didn't see anything. Indeed.
Is it really all right, Mr. Prosecutor?
It's all right, Madam Attorney.
Very well, then. Who's this final witness?
Isn't it obvious? There's one person who saw the whole event, put the final dagger in this case.
It's Gumshoe. He was there the whole time. And it just like cuts
Hiding
back,
evidence.
It cuts back to the scene, and you just see him in the corner of the courtyard.
Yeah.
So someone who saw the murder take place. Yeah.
Person who saw her mother killed in front of her. Ooh, nice.
Still Gumshoe.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Still Gumshoe. You mean Maya? You can't. She can't testify after what she's just been through.
Need to find the truth. Prosecution calls Maya Faye to the witness stand.
Very well. But first, we'll take a brief recess. We'll have to wait for Miss Faye to recover before summoning her. Once we receive the doctor's permission, we will proceed with the trial.
Right. I've got something to say to you, so listen up.
What is it?
Suck. I don't think much of you as a lawyer.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah. It's always the same with somehow managed to just squeak by without even a understanding of the case.
Yeah, but we win and you lose, so
Yeah.
that's what matters.
Some beautiful woman always seems to come dashing in at the last minute to save.
You've got some nerve. And maybe a little bit of a point.
But that's not going to happen this time. This time, you're going to have to do this by yourself.
And Mia's just like, hey, I'm right here. And I actually don't know that he does. That's enough. This court is now in recess. I'm truly sorry about everything. You were working so hard to defend me, but I was missing all day, and we didn't even have a chance to talk. He's right. When I met Iris at the training hall yesterday, they had already switched places. Iris was inside the sacred cavern. I wanted to at least be in the defendant's box today to root you on. Well, it wasn't your fault. You were locked up this whole time. There's something more important than that, though. I have to ask you. Why did you help your sister out as much as you did? Huh? You tried to get help at the Sacred Cavern yesterday. You wouldn't have spent an entire day locked up in there. My sister. I felt sorry for her. She was abandoned by our mother, and never got any love from our father either. Yes, but it was the same for you too, wasn't it? Yes, but at least I had Sister Bikini, who was like a mother to me. If only Dahlia had come with me to Hazakura Temple. I always loved her. Dahlia was always so smart, so strong. She never complained about a thing. That's why I promised her that I would help her. Are you talking about the fake kidnapping case 11 years ago? Yes. I wanted to be useful to her in some way. But, as usual, I was too cowardly. At the last minute, I ran away. Because of that, Dahlia's stepsister, Valerie, ended up... That was the case that wounded Mia so badly. But things didn't end there, of course. Some people suspected that my sister was involved in the murder. Some people? You must mean... Yes, 2 defense attorneys. Mia Fey and Diego Armando. After poisoning Mr. Armando, who was getting too close to learning the truth, Dahlia even tried to kill the person who had unknowingly hid the poison for her. Oh, that's interesting. I don't remember if that detail had been, like, if that detail was clear before, that that's who was involved in that case. We did play that case a long time ago at this point, so...
Yeah.
I didn't know that Diego was involved in that. Or I forgot. Also possible. You. That's right. Iris, there's one more thing that I have to ask you. Yes, what is it? On the night of the murder, the person that cleaned up the corpse of the victim, at least Nim, was it really you? His name was on the police report, which knew the date. Okay. That makes sense. I had a feeling it probably was mentioned before, but it's just been a while, so I didn't actually remember. And we didn't know who that was at the time. So
Yeah.
But yeah, that's good to know. Yes, it was me. That night, after I rang the lights out bell, I went back to my room. Around 10:30, I received a call on my cell phone. There's a problem. Go to the Inner Temple right away. I got on the snowmobile and headed for the Inner Temple. But... the path to the Inner Temple was cut off, right? Exactly. Can't just leave the body here. So you've got to do this exactly as I say. Got it? Oh, interesting. I guess I mean, I know who's on the other side, so... Yeah. That's interesting. I was wondering how that whole setup went. Now we know. That they coordinated that.
Yeah.
It is me. I was the one that received her body. The murder weapon had been left in her body so she wouldn't bleed too much. The staff that Mr. Cleese always held. Uh-huh. I knew it. The actual murder weapon was the staff. Yes, that's right. I brought the body back to Hazakura Temple in the snowmobile. But why? Why did you alter the body? I didn't want anyone to know that the staff was the murder weapon. I didn't want to leave anything that would lead back to Misty Faye. So I dressed her in a robe and stabbed her with the Shichishito. I wiped the blood off the staff's blade and left it next to her on the ground. Iris, just tell me one last thing. Tell me the name of the person that called your cell phone. The real killer. Gumshoe. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I can't do it. I can't say who did it. I see. I guess we wouldn't know stuff. I was thinking, for some reason, I did assume it was Dahlia on the other end. It's like, oh yeah, they set up the thing, but I forgot. Dahlia was... It couldn't have been Dahlia, because she was passed out in the cavern at that point. Because... Or she was either gone or in Maya at that point, because of her body. The body she was in was the one who got stabbed. Defendant. Yes? The judge is calling you. He wants you to see you in his chambers. He has some questions about Dahlia Hawthorne. All right. Well then, I'll see you later. There's something I want to tell you. Oh, okay. Don't think she wants to tell me. It's true. Irish cooperated with the real killer. Maybe even from the very beginning.
Phoenix.
Mia. How is Maya doing?
Physically, I'm not worried. She'll recover completely. Mentally, though, she's rude.
Yeah?
Emotionally, she's been hurt very badly by this case.
Yeah, I mean, you're not wrong. I see. You don't mean she's learned who Lee Stonim really was?
Yes, I went to the medical office and talked with her. I told her everything I knew. I told her in gruesome detail how she stabbed her own mother.
Really laid it on thick. But why?
Hey, stronger than you think. I knew she could take it. All of it.
What do you mean by that?
I want you to figure that answer out by yourself. I was about to restart. Real killer. You know who it is yet?
Iris wouldn't tell me who called her, but still, I think that just maybe I know who it was. That night, the victim was killed in the garden of the Inner Temple. And the criminal wasn't just there by accident. Which means... the killer knew of Dahlia's plan from the very beginning.
One more thing. Victim was moved to the Hazakura Temple outside by pendulum. In other words, the criminal couldn't cross the bridge. It means they were stuck on the inner temple side for almost an entire day.
Exactly. So the culprit was someone that wasn't in Hazakura Temple the following day.
That's as much help as I can give you. The rest of the battle is yours to win or lose.
Okay, I've got it. Thank you, Mia. I choose lose. That is a valid option, right? Finally, it's almost time to bring this case to an end. What exactly did Maya see anyway? who was it that actually killed Misty Fey? Whoever it was, I have to prove it. Me, all by myself. Now then, before we proceed any further, I'm going to announce the results of the tests we had performed earlier. Phoenix, you got a 75. Really do better next time. Tests. Yes, tests on the bloody dagger that was found stuck in the pine tree. Oh yeah, that. I totally forgot about it.
That's the weapon that Maya Fey used when she fought with the victim.
She was surprisingly good at wielding it. Almost like she's done this before. So, what are the results? Was it the victim's blood, or... Due to time constraints, a full test wasn't possible. However, there's one thing we can say with certainty. The blood that was on this dagger was not the victim's blood. That is all. Now then, let's restart this trial. So it wasn't Misty's blood on the dagger. Whose was it? I'm sure both the defense and the prosecution know this, but this trial is rapidly coming to a close. Both sides will need to show some firm evidence with their claims. I understand, Your Honor.
I've heard. Witness is dangerously weak, physically speaking, so let's finish this quick.
Agreed. Very well. Please bring in the last witness.
Witness, please tell us your name and profession.
Maya Fey, my profession is I'm the assistant manager at Wright and Co law offices.
Ooh, I think there's a conflict of interest. Hey, Phoenix, you mind giving up this case and letting another defense attorney come in? Could you imagine? But I guess we'll never know what happened.
Yeah.
Maya. According to the magazine I have here, you're a spirit medium of the great channeling technique.
I'm frightened. The Fey clan. I don't want any more to do with it.
Oh, Maya. Pain the Fey bloodline causes must be unbearable. Very well. Now, then, Miss Fey. When the event occurred, you were in the garden of the Inner Temple. And you witnessed the moment of Miss Alisto Nim's murder. Is this correct?
I didn't see any.
Straight up this instant, young lady.
Huh?
Pick your head up and speak clearly. There's always time for crying later.
But I.
Mother was killed right in front of your eyes. Her blood's on your hands, you disgusting fuck.
That's why Mia had to let her know, otherwise this would have happened.
There's nothing you can do to change that fact. But there's something you can do. You can finish this. You've been watching the whole thing. You've seen this come out, and you've seen us squeeze the truth out of them. Now it's your turn. Let's hear your testimony. The night of the crime, what exactly did you see happen?
Witness, if you please.
Yes, Your Honor. I was passing through the garden on the way to a spare prep room when it happened. Suddenly, someone struck me over the head. I stumbled and ended up against a stone lantern. I think I screamed, "Help me!" Then something warm splashed over me. That's when I lost consciousness.
So you were struck on the head. Suppose it must have been the staff. Maya, the person who hit you. It was Dahlia Hawthorne, wasn't it?
I'm sorry, Nick. I couldn't see. I don't know who it was.
Maya, think hard.
Sorry, Nick, but I really couldn't.
Uh, Can't say it was an especially good night for young ladies to be walking around.
It seems that it will be hard to determine the criminal through testimony alone. Very well then, Mr. Wright, please begin your cross-examination. Maya, hang in there. She doesn't look well at all. Okay. Worked side by side with Maya for 2 years now. I can tell when she's trying to hide something by how she acts. And right now, I'm absolutely certain she's hiding something. Who else was on the Inner Temple side that night?
Well, Sister Bikini, of course. I remember her saying that Iris would be coming later as well.
On the day after the incident, Edgeworth met Bikini at Hazakura Temple. That means she couldn't be the criminal. So then, did Iris actually come later like she said?
Well, let me think.
She seems confused. It's probably because she's so tired.
No, I'm sure I didn't see her. You must have come while I was preparing for the training.
Who did it? Who hit you?
Well, didn't see who it was. I was hit from behind.
You didn't see the person. But after that, your attacker was in front of you. How could you not see who it was?
Let me think for a sec. Sorry, I just can't remember.
Maya's really having a hard time. What should I do? Come on, Maya. This isn't making sense. Why didn't you see this person?
Well, let me think. I was, Oh yeah, that's right. It was dark. That's it.
It was dark.
Not good to have too much light around when someone is undergoing spiritual training.
Come to think of it, there was earlier testimony to that effect as well. So it was dark in the garden on the night of the crime. Why she didn't see her attack? I mean, she was trying to hide something, but I guess not. Judging by the testimony thus far, the identity of the attacker was most likely the spirit that was channeled by at least a nymph, Dahlia Hawthorne. Very well, please continue with your testimony. What happened after you were struck on the head? Lantern. What happened afterwards?
My attacker was in front of me, blocking him off. I escaped. I think.
You think?
After getting hit like that, I was in a state of panic. There were only two things rolling around in my mind at the time.
Well, now, this is beginning to get interesting. So, what were the two things rolling around in your mind?
Oh shit, and Phoenix really sucks. Hmm. My name is Maya Fey. 1 + 1 = 2.
That's much less helpful.
I prefer mine.
Yeah.
You see, for some crazy reason, I was afraid I was going to lose my memory. I know it's odd considering my life was in danger, but that's how it was.
That's not odd at all. Your actions are understandable, given the circumstances. So, what did you do then? You think you screamed. You think you screamed, but you're not sure.
Listen, I was a complete wreck. It was dark and I couldn't see my attacker. Was it a man, a woman, an adult, a child? I had no idea. I was scared out of my wits.
Believe me, my dear, I'm certain I would have soiled my robes.
I thought this person might attack me, so I. Anyway, I'm pretty sure I screamed. I thought that it was my last hope.
Wow, sounds like poor little Maya really was out of her mind. I wonder what she meant by last hope. Oh, I do. I press her for more details? Wait a minute, Maya? What's this my last hope stuff?
Um, what what do you mean by your last hope?
No, no, no. That's what you said. You said my last hope.
Huh? What? I said what?
Look, you were facing an attacker that you couldn't see, and you screamed, right? You screamed, help me.
Uh, yeah.
But you testified that you screamed that because you thought it was your last hope.
Oh, well, it's like we do when, but that's like, what do you call it when that happens?
Maya's not doing so well up there. What else is new?
Oh yeah. Hi. Oh, that's right. I remember now. I was facing my attacker. That's not who I was screaming at.
I'm screaming gumshoe in the corner.
Exactly.
What did you just say?
Yeah, that's right. It was the person behind my attacker that I was yelling at. I was trying to warn my attacker that they were gonna die. That's why I was screaming to for help.
What is it now?
Messed up. I didn't mean to let that slip out.
Huh? Witness, are you absolutely sure of what you're saying? Behind the attacker, there was another person?
I am. Well, I meant to keep that part a secret. What have I done?
Uh,
Okay, okay.
it takes a ton of pressure to make a diamond. That's what I always say.
Yeah, I don't usually hear you say that. How often do you say that?
I usually hear you say another cup of coffee.
Yeah.
A ton of pressure.
You're in a court of law here. You can't make things up or try to hide things in this chamber.
Witness, the information you just presented is vital to the case. I want you to add it to your testimony. Okay. See a man behind my attack by the light of the lantern. A man? Who was this man?
Well, you see, I couldn't see.
You couldn't see. She's used this excuse twice now.
Well, lantern light isn't very bright. Here are you.
So, I mean, this is just, I don't remember what we have. Let me actually pull up the record. Because we do have, was not lit tonight. Yeah, okay, there we go. So we do have that. That's definitely something we're going to probably contradict. Because the lantern was not lit at all. So, but that doesn't necessarily contradict the fact that you couldn't see him. It's just contradicting the fact that she's saying that the lantern was lit. It was still dark anyway.
Yeah.
Lantern light.
I agree with that.
Yeah. Lantern light, did you say?
There's a great big stone lantern in the garden. They always light it when an acolyte is there for training. Hey, you know what they say? Under the lantern, darkness reigns. I could see the person that was further away, not my attacker, who was closer. Plus, there weren't any other light sources in the garden at the time.
Hmm. Some warm splashed over me. You don't mean, was it?
I didn't know at the time, but I think it was probably blood.
She's saying that's when Mr. Nim, who was channeling Dahlia, was stabbed in the back by the killer?
Moment, I was paralyzed with fear. I was just sitting there in the snow. Sure, blood got on everything around me.
So what happened next?
I don't remember.
I lost consciousness, and then, I was unconscious.
Oh, see. Remember that?
No. Haven't gotten any idea. I don't know what happened at all.
That's too bad.
Okay. So, okay, what do we have? So, passing the garden on the way to despair. Yeah, okay. So at least someone struck me over the head. I stumbled and ended up against the stone lantern. I think I screamed, "Help me." See a man behind me. I might attack her by the light of the stone lantern. Okay, so she said, I see the guy behind by the light of the stone lantern. So this is, I think, what we're contradicting here. Because this is the point where she talks about the lantern being lit at all.
Yeah.
And otherwise, I don't really see anything else that would stand out as contradictory. Oh, wait. I want to mess around with my already bigger health bar.
Bad idea.
So there was a man standing behind your attacker.
Yeah.
That man, he's the killer. He stabbed her from behind. He's the one who killed Lisa Jonim, otherwise known as Misty Fey, your mother.
Killer?
Maya, you know who killed your mother, don't you? What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright? To be frank, Your Honor, I think she is in shock and quite confused. That's why she hasn't noticed the huge problem with her testimony.
What do you mean? What's the problem?
Maya, on the night of the crime, that stone lantern was out of commission.
What?
It's true. There was no light anywhere in the garden that night.
No.
Order in the court. Mr. Godot, explain this.
Add some milk to the perfect clear darkness of coffee. Stir.
I guess I shouldn't have asked Godot to explain this.
That is the state of Mrs. Mind. Now, a cup of cafe au lait.
Cafe au lait? Is that even legal?
Mr. Wright's words are the milk, and you are the spoon.
I'm a spoon. I'm no spoony bard, I'll have you know.
Must have noticed it too. This witness's mental state is highly unstable right now. That's why I chose her to. That's why I chose her as a witness.
Yeah.
Hard to understand why she would make a little mistake like that.
Sorry, but that's not going to cut it.
What did you say?
If there truly was no light in the garden, then there's a fatal contradiction in the witness's last bit of testimony.
Nick?
May I? Recall the witness's statement about her attacker. She said that she didn't know if it was a man or a woman, an adult or a child. And yet, the witness could describe a person that was standing behind her attacker. She quite clearly described him as a man.
Yeah.
In other words, that would have to mean that Maya actually saw our mystery person. I'm just trying to think, like, it was a man. Who the heck could it be?
It's Gumshoe.
Obviously, that would be the joke, but that would be our joke answer.
I have
but like
no clue.
the only men around in this case. So it's not Edgeworth because we know he wasn't there because Larry had to call him in. Larry was around. It would make no sense for it to be Larry.
Yeah,
Also, we know he was sleeping in the shack. The only person who, like, we technically don't know, the only person that's even remotely involved in this case, we don't know where they were at the time, was Godot. And I guess there are actually two. Well, well, that's all I can think of. Yeah, I don't know.
I have no clue. I mean, I could see. I mean, I guess maybe I could see Godot doing it. Be like, oh, you you ruined my life, and you know, Iris is a lookalike, so he just wants revenge. I
Maybe.
guess, but I don't know.
Yeah, I
I
don't
mean,
know.
so far the only people that I think, at least so far, that make sense in terms of guy is Godot. So far, that's the only
Yeah.
one.
Yeah. It's interesting because it doesn't quite line up with the action she's been taking in court. I think maybe it does.
Because I can't believe it's someone that they wouldn't do it where it's like, oh, it's someone else entirely that like we've never met, something like that. It's got to be someone. So,
yeah, no, of course. Um, that would have to mean that Maya actually saw our mystery person, despite it being so dark that she couldn't see the face of her own attacker.
no.
Order. What in the world does it all mean, Miss Wright? Are you saying Miss Fay saw the real killer under pitch black conditions?
Do you have any idea what you're proposing? How could she have seen in the dark? Other light source at the scene.
There are some things that you can only see in the dark, Mr. Godot.
Like your stupid face.
Yeah. Maya, you did see who the killer was in the dark. Yeah, I guess that's... Because then... I guess if it was Godot, and he's implying that his, like, what's it called? His, visor was is what she saw.
Maybe.
And now, you're trying to cover for him. Cover? For the man that killed her mother? There's only one conclusion I can draw from this. You know who this man is.
Please, Nick. I don't know anything. Please, I'm begging you.
Talk a good game, right? Let's see. You can walk the walk. It was pitch black. So what could he see? I'm calling your bluff.
No, Nick, don't. Please stop.
I is dead set on protecting this guy. The man who murdered my long-lost mother. But I can't let him get away with it. I'm a lawyer, an officer of the court. I'm here to find the truth. All right, Mr. Wright. Time to show us what you've got. Save here, and then on that note, I think let's see what Mr. Wright has got next time.